everyone, JesseHOH here, and today it's time for the Q&A. So, questions, obviously, time to ask questions has obviously stopped like 3 days ago. I'm home alone, so I thought I would do it right now. So all the questions are on YouTube, except for a few that are on Discord, because Trash, I don't think, could upload or post the comment to YouTube. So I'm just going to answer that questions on Discord. Then we're going to go to YouTube and answer the rest. So without further ado, if you enjoyed this video, you know what to do. And if I miss any questions, ask me and I'll answer them anyways, just not on a video. All right, let's do this. Try to post the questions, yada yada. You post the questions here. So, first question: what is your favorite Australian Survivor season? I feel like this is always changing in my eyes, but it has to be Titans versus Rebels, which was the previous season. After Heroes versus Villains, I said, how does Australian Survivor ever top this? How does Survivor ever top this? Because I think Heroes versus Villains was the greatest season of Survivor of all time at the time. And then Titans versus Rebels crushes it. There's a great winner. The non-eliminations felt good. We went back to final twos instead of a final three. It was amazing. It did so much right. So many memorable players. So many people who were could return for All-Stars too. So definitely Titans versus Rebels. No questions about that. Second question: if TDN does continue after season 50, what potential future season/theme ideas would you be interested in doing? If TDN was to continue after season 50, which at this point I do have plans to go past 50, but it just solely depends on where I am at, in terms of my course. If I've got no time to do TDN, obviously I'm not going to do it after 50, but I do have plans for past 50 if I do it. So I won't give away too much, but you can expect some very, very awesome themes. Some returning ones, like we've already had 2 fans versus favorites. We've had 2 winners seasons. You can expect some more, sequels of seasons, if you catch my meaning. A few new ones, some newbie seasons, some newbie players who I'm very excited to see if they ever get the chance to play. If we go past season 50, I think TDN is going to be up for a wild ride because it's going to be awesome. All right, question 3. Are you planning to play/watch Danganronpa another? Kind of wondering ever since Akane's appearance and pulled for the punishing, and also because it's a very good fan game. I do plan to play it. I will probably watch it after I play it, because I feel like the issue of Danganronpa is I should have played it and then watched it, but what to do. I do want to play it. I just have to buy it. But I still want to finish all of the Danganronpa games, and I'm not even fast. I trigger Happy Havoc, and then I got to do 3, 4. So until that, I don't have plans, but I do plan eventually on buying it. And then I'll plan on watching it. Would you ever consider bringing back reunion shows for TDN? Yes. I would love the idea of bringing back a reunion show. But I think it needs to make sense. I don't know, reunion shows are really good. We did one at the end of Game Changers, because back in old TDN, I used to do stuff like that all the time. I used to do live streams where people could ask the contestants questions, and I would literally just hold the paper there and answer questions as the characters. So it used to be, but obviously I'm way bigger now, and I don't have that much time on my hands, so I just don't do that anymore. Plus, I just don't live stream much now. But I definitely would like to do some more things like that. I think it would be awesome to do more reunion shows. Reunion shows, exclusive interviews, stuff like that. I think that's all really compelling stuff, and that's all stuff I would really want to do with TDN. I just want to make sure if I do it right. You know what I mean? I think that was all their questions. They said hashtag Karma Bane, Karma Akabane. Oh no, Karma aka Bane. Am I pronouncing that right? But I know who Karma is for TDN 51. 51 will be a newbie season if I do it, so who knows? Could happen. Thank you, Trash, for asking your questions. And now we're going to head over to the YouTube comments. All right, we're now on YouTube, and we're now going to answer some questions from YouTube. So it's going to be going from top to bottom. Once I answer the questions, I'll heart the comment just so I don't repeat them. All right, so starting off with Kimberly Danboom 4937, who I think's Jacob. So we'll start. Question 1, what is your favorite character? Now I'm assuming this is meaning like fictional characters. In that, I would answer Mario. Mario is easily my favorite fictional character of all time. Sounds like bananas. No, that doesn't sound bananas, but he's changed my life, obviously. His video games are like the best games of all time. Mario movies, the best movie of all time. Fight me. Can't wait for the sequel and the other Nintendo Cinematic Universe. But no, Mario easily. He's really left his mark on me. I'm going to love Mario till the day I die. I'm never going to stop loving Mario. Never going to stop playing Mario. Never going to stop rooting for Mario. Always being there to support Mario. Question 2, will you make more YouTube shorts? Good question. And the reason I haven't done heaps of YouTube shorts in the first place is because I just don't know what content I would make. If I knew what to make, I probably would, because I think that's a good way to make more content for you guys, where it'd probably be less stress on me. So if you guys have any ideas for what you would like to see from YouTube Shorts, let me know. And who knows, I'll definitely consider it. Third question, what is your favorite TV show? 100% Survivor, more specifically Australian Survivor. It slaps. Of course, favorite cartoon would be Total Drama. That might be a question later on, but I'll answer that again. But definitely Survivor, Australian Survivor. No shows really compare to it. It's just, I don't know. It's that show. Like, we all have that show that we watch, and we're just like, yep, that's my jam, and that's Survivor for me. So 100% Survivor. Fourth question is, who is your favorite character you did in your TDN series? Favorite character overall? Ooh, that's tough. I feel like when I answer this question, I have to look at TDN as a whole. Who is the overall best character in TDN? Some people would say Blue Toad. I think Blue Toad's definitely one of the best. But much like hosts are obviously supposed to be interesting, but the plot's not supposed to revolve around them, except for Hostile Host, where it was revolved around Blue Toad. But they are not the focus of the show. They're just there to host the show and make it entertaining in some ways. I feel like if we look at TDN as a whole, overall, every single character, it comes down to two people to me. Number one is Neku, pretty obvious. Love his character development, went from a villain to an anti-hero, and even though he's part of like a villain alliance now, I'm not necessarily sure if he's like a villain. He's definitely more like, he's villainous when he plays the game. He's willing to lie and cheat and backstab, but not like he was in season 36, Kabuto Competitions. So Neku's great. The other character I would say is Pi. I think Pi is one of the greatest, in the top 2 greatest characters of all time in terms of contestants. So well developed. He's been through so much, Pi has. He's won runner-up. He's gone into rivalries. He's done it all. Pi is one of those characters that's done it all. He's been in countless seasons, and every time he plays, he never fails to be entertaining. We all love Pi. So I would answer that question with, I would say Pi. I think Pi is overall the best character in TDN as a whole. easily. Question 5. What made you start playing Roblox? I don't know what started making me play Roblox. But yeah, I'm not sure, but I think I remember just seeing it on YouTube and being like, yeah, that looks fun. I remember I've played it. First time I played it was like 2014. And then I made my JesseHOH account in 2016 because I had a bunch of other accounts before that. But yeah, no, I don't know what started making me play Roblox, but one of the best decisions I ever made. I love Roblox. And that is all the questions. So thank you so much, Jacob, for your questions. Next up, we've got TDI Fan. So TDI Fan, his first question is, which team is your favorite from Total Drama World Tour? This is a great question. Favorite team from Total Drama World Tour? I would say, I'm not sure, because like I love Team Chris is really, 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 really hot. Team Amazon was very, very okay. Team Amazon was cool, but they didn't do much until the Guankin kiss. It didn't feel like they did much until then. Obviously, at first, like I felt really bad for Team Victory, and that consists of some of my favorite contestants like Harold and Lashonna. But overall favorite team, I would probably have to say Team Chris is really, 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 really hot. I really like that team. Alejandro was my favorite player from that season in terms of gameplay. It has Owen. It was great to see Noah and Tyler again. We didn't get them in action. They didn't do too well in Ireland, so it was great to see them get some more development. And then Izzy is Izzy. Who doesn't love Izzy? So definitely Team Chris is really, 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 really hot. The second question is, what is my favorite movie from last year? Definitely Super Mario Bros. Movie. But if I can't say that, that's the issue. I can't remember any other movies that released last year because I just think of the Mario movie. But no, Mario movie is excellent. If I think of any other movies throughout the Q&A, I'll let you know. But Mario movie will easily my favorite from last year. No questions about that. Amazing. And the third question is, if you were given the opportunity to be in charge of the next season of Total Drama, what would the theme of it be and who would you invite back? Great question. Now, I personally believe next season should be All-Stars 2. I think they could do a third season with the reboot cast, where it could be like a world tour sort of thing. But like, I don't want it to feel like a blanket copy of World Tour. You know what I mean? Here's the thing: the two Island reboots don't feel exactly like a copy of the original Island, so maybe that won't be an issue. They've got many more locations they can visit from around the world, but yeah, I would personally do All Stars. If I might make, maybe for a video, I would make a cast. But I would definitely, from the reboot season, you've got to bring back 100% Bowie and Julia. 100%. If you had to bring back other people, I would, as much as I don't really like her, Priya, MK, Caleb. And then you could throw in I think that would only bring back about 5. But if they wanted to throw in a curveball, bring back Ripper. People don't like Ripper, but Ripper's great. So it'd be great to see him in another season, like an All-Star season. Him interacting with Owen would be fun. So definitely like an All-Stars. I will probably do an All-Stars 2 Dreamcast eventually. But yeah, that's it for this. So thank you so much for your questions, TDI fan. All right, next up, we have a few questions from Levi. His first question is, what is your favorite thing about my acting course? I would say obviously the people, like the people who are there, they're also awesome. Really, really great bunch of people. Really, we all work really well together. Made me feel super duper welcome and all that jazz. So they're also awesome, but also of course just the acting. I mean, here's the thing: like in school we would do acting, but there was so much theory that went with it. Even though there is theory in this, and there's a lot of it, unfortunately, but like it prioritizes on the acting. It teaches us how to act. That's what I wanted from school, but we didn't really get that. So I'm glad that it's an acting course, so it prioritizes on acting. So that's my favorite part about it. So the people there and the way that it's just taught, love it. Second question is, would you ever do another paper show collab with someone? This is a good question, and the answer is I'm not sure. And the reason I'm not sure is because right now, obviously, I'm busy with my acting course. I'm happy to do TDN at the pace it's at right now. Because like TDN is my show, so it's not affecting anyone else. At the end of the day, I can do it at my pace how I want, and I think right now it's going good. I wouldn't want to do a collab with someone and not be 100% with it, with my mind being somewhere else. Because obviously with TDN, obviously I'm very focused on it, but obviously I'm busy, I'm thinking about other things as well. And I feel like it wouldn't be fair for me to collab with someone and for me to, well, not give it 100%, but for me to not prioritize it. You know what I mean? It's not that I'm not prioritizing TDN, it's the fact that I've got to prioritize other stuff as well. So if I was doing a collab, I can't prioritize, like fully, so I don't know if that would necessarily be fair to who I'm doing it with. So for right now, I'm going to say no, not because I wouldn't want to, but because I don't, as like me personally, I have too much respect for other people and like for the paper show community to do that, So the answer is no for now. Third question, what happened to Total Drama Nintendo plush? It has been a very long time. Obviously, I've been saying this for a very long time. I'm basically waiting till I move house because I used to film outside, but I wish I could take you out. I mean, I might be able to as I'm on my computer. The grass is so dry. It's so dry. It's full of dirt. It's not like the grass is not how it was in that first episode. It looks entirely different. So I don't really want to film out there because it doesn't necessarily look great. And I think it's better to just wait until I've moved. You know what I mean? So that's where that's gone. It hasn't gone anywhere. I just put it on pause. It will return. Don't worry about that. Question 4: are you going to do more skits? I guess if people want to see more skits, I'm definitely down to do more skits. I mean, I love acting, so I love doing skits. If you want to see some of my old skits, there's a channel on YouTube called JesseHOH Productions. Search it up, and you can watch some skits from me and my friend Shay. We did some skits like 2 years ago at this point. But in terms of would I do more skits? Absolutely. If you guys want to see more skits, I'll do more skits. So 100%. If you want to see that, let me know down below. You'll see some more Eugene and some other students, more of that jazz. If you have any requests as well for skits, let me know. And that 5th question, what have you, if you have seen any anime, what is your favorite that you have currently seen? Very excited for the Q&A. I think that's meant to be an exclamation mark, not a question mark. Favorite anime that I've seen, here's the thing, I like a One Piece, but I've only seen like 5 episodes because like I'm so inconsistent with anime. I feel like because I know I'm not going to watch all 1,000 episodes, I'm just like, what's the point of watching it? You know what I mean? So, I mean, I would say of the ones I've seen, I like One Piece the most. I also like Danganronpa the animation, but I don't really know if people would count that as an anime. So I'm going to say One Piece. I've also seen 1 episode of Death Note and what else? I don't know. But I'd say One Piece. Thank you very much, Levi, for your questions. All right, next we've got a few questions from Legacy Studios YouTube. The first question is, how's your day going? My day is going pretty good. Later on today, I'm actually going to a party for my acting course, so that's going to be fun. I'm going to drive all the way down to the city, stay there for like 3 hours, then drive all the way back in the dark. I've never driven in the city by myself in the dark, so that's going to be fun. But no, my day's going very good actually, just chilling until then. The TDN premieres in 3 hours. All right, next question is, what is your favorite Cartoon Network show? Does Total Drama count? Because I would definitely say Total Drama Island. If not, I would say The Amazing World of Gumball. If Total Drama ain't my favorite cartoon, it'd be Amazing World of Gumball. That show is just phenomenal. It's funny, and it's so well collaborates like cartoons with like other sort of animations and like real life people in it as well. So I don't know how they do it, but it's amazing. So definitely Total Drama. Second, The Amazing World of Gumball. Question 3, what is my favorite movie? Obviously, the Super Mario Bros. Movie, but if I'm not allowed to say the Super Mario Bros. Movie, I still really like Unhinged. That's still a really great movie, even though I haven't watched it for like probably a year at this point. I really like Detective Pikachu. That's another great movie, which I do need to watch more. All of the Final Destination movies, if you've ever seen them, they are all phenomenal. There is a number of absolutely amazing movies. But my favorite movie is the Super Mario Bros. Movie. I don't know if that's going to change. Until the sequel, then the sequel will probably be edited out, but we'll see about that. But thank you for your questions, Legacy Studios YouTube. I really appreciate it. Okay, next we have some questions from SML Fan Video Gaming Backup Account. The first question is, who's my favorite YouTuber? I would say Dashy Games. I've been watching a lot of him lately. Dashy's always been one of my favorite YouTubers. Funny, entertaining, just a great YouTuber all around. Question 2, who's my least favorite character in TDN? I don't really it sounds too like it might sound a bit biased, but I don't hate any of my characters. You know what I mean? Like there might it's tough. I don't know. I don't really hate any of them. Who's my least favorite Total Drama Nintendo character? I'm really not sure, to be honest. I will just say I don't hate him anymore, but I'm gonna say McGill. I don't hate him. I think he's a good character now. I think he's funny, but I'm gonna say him because I can't think of anyone. Question 3, who is my favorite Total Drama character? That's a good question. From the reboot, it's definitely Bowie, but overall, I've got to give it to Harold. I love Harold. If they do an All-Stars 2, he better be in there, but I don't know if he will be, especially with Brian Froud, the voice actor of him, not being at Fresh TV anymore, so don't know, but love Harold. Definitely Harold. Question 4, what inspired you to do Total Drama Nintendo? It was really just the idea of, I liked Survivor, I liked Total Drama, I wanted to make my own seasons, so I just uploaded them to YouTube. I made one season, uploaded it for myself to watch, people watched it, so I decided to make a season 2, and then from season 2, a lot of people it sort of just blew up. Like, in my terms, blew up. It didn't, like, blow up 1 million views, but no. But, like, people started watching it, so I kept on making it. Because my plan was I was only going to make 3 seasons, but people just kept on watching it, so I kept on doing it. Now I'm on season 47. So it really just came down to why did I start it, or what made me start it. It was just I wanted to do my own seasons, upload them, and then watch them back in the future. Be like, oh, that's cool, or oh, that's cringe. But it formed into something massive that I didn't expect. So definitely that. And that 5th question, if you were given an opportunity to be in a past movie, what movie would you be in? Great question. So sometimes there are just movies that you're like, oh man, I wish I was in that. That'd have been really cool. Obviously, Mario movie, I would have loved to be in that, but I don't know which Mario character I would voice. I would say one of the Final Destination movies. Those movies are so good. And I would just like to be in there and watch myself die. That would be kind of entertaining. Definitely Final Destination. Look, I'm thinking about it. Out of the 5, which one? I'm not sure. I think Final Destination 5 is my favorite. So I would say Final Destination 5. If you haven't watched it, watch it if you're not too triggered about blood and death and that stuff. But yeah, thank you so much, SML Fan Video Gaming Backup Account, for your questions. We've got a few questions coming from Jose, the MHA fan. And that first question is, what are you looking forward to the most this year? A few things. Number one, obviously the acting course. I'm excited to just learn more about acting. Like, obviously, I think I know a lot. Like, I thought I knew a lot, but the amount I'm learning that I didn't know, it makes me like, wow, how much more am I going to learn? So I'm really excited for that. But also TDN, we've got a few fire seasons coming this year. 48 will definitely probably start about mid-May is maybe the plan. And then we'll get probably 49 in there as well. And then who knows? Season 50 could be out by the end of this year. So if season 50, guys, strap up. It's a good one. But yeah, I would say acting and TDN, but also just making more memories with friends, family, and you guys on Discord, because they're always fun times. Question 2: if you could visit any country, which country would you visit? This is a tough question because, like, I don't necessarily want to visit another country. I like Australia. If anything, I would want to go and fly around all the states. You know what I mean? I'd love to go visit Sydney. I've never been to Sydney before. I mean, I went to the Sydney airport because I flew from Adelaide, because I live in Adelaide, and then I flew to Sydney to fly to Cairns, which is in Queensland. But I never went outside of the airport. So I would love to go to Sydney one day. But in terms of country, if I had to pick a country, I would maybe say, I would say Canada. I would say Canada because it snows and I want to see snow. I've never seen snow in my life. 2, Todd Drama, of course. Go there and audition for the next season. Nah, okay, that's not gonna happen. But also I don't know. Canada seems chill. You know what I mean? So I'd probably say Canada. The third question is, what is my favorite place to go on vacation? To be completely real, I haven't been on a vacation in like 8 years. It's been a very long time. Last vacation I went on was up to Cairns, which was like 10 to 8 years ago. I don't remember how long it was. But my favorite place, I would say my favorite place that I visited, I would say I do like Cairns. I mean, I would say Cairns would be one of my favorite places to go. It's always sunny. Even when it's raining, it's still warm. So I would say up there. I think I want to go back there eventually. I will go back there eventually. But yeah, definitely Cairns, I would say. Now, fourth question. I'm very hyped and excited for the Q&A. Thank you so much, Jose, for your questions. Really much appreciate it. Next up, we've got a few questions from, and please forgive me if I pronounce this wrong, Angelica Guadamaz. I know I'm bad at this. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong. Probably did. Like 99% positive I did. Question 1: what is your favorite character for Cartoon Network? My favorite character, Chris McClane, maybe. But if not that, I would just go to Gumball, where my favorite character is Gumball Watterson. Actually, no, I can't. No, you know what? I rock with Mr. Robinson. That's why I mess with Mr. Robinson. He's my favorite character from Gumball. So I will say Chris, and if not Chris McClane, then Mr. Robinson. Question 2: what is your least favorite food? No questions. Tomato. I hate tomato. It's like, okay, if I eat it with something else, it's tolerable. I still don't like it, but I'll eat it. By itself, disgusting. Too juicy. Ugh, I don't like it. But like, here's the thing. Spaghetti is it might be outside. Spaghetti is my favorite food, but if you put tomato on spaghetti, I don't care. I'm eating that shit up. But by itself, I ain't eating tomato. Like, you could hold me at gunpoint, that tomato ain't going down. Okay, I would eat it if I was held at gunpoint, but you get my point. Question 3: in the next season, may I join TDN? I have a Roblox account. Obviously, the next season is Brains vs. Brawn, and the cast is already finalized. That reminds me, actually. there are 4 new people joining Brains versus Brawn, and I haven't shown you guys. People on the Discord have already seen it, but if you're not on the Discord, then you haven't seen it yet. So I'm going to quickly show you 4 other contestants who are joining Brains versus Brawn, and then that is the full cast. So I'll quickly show you that. Okay, so here are the 4 other contestants joining TDN, Brains versus Brawn. For Brains, we have Alec and Lucy, and then for Brawn, we have Bob and Jake. So this is the full cast for Brains versus Brawn. Right here, we have Alec and Akoji, Bob, Charlie, Fiore, George, Lady Bow, or is it Lady Bo? Let me know down below. I think it's Lady Bo. I probably just pronounced it wrong. I think it's Lady Bo. Lucy, Max, Mike, Tails, Simon, Stingy, Travis, Unknown, Velma. And for the Brawn, we have Axel, Bob, so we have 2 Bobs, Brody, Carter, Derek. Well, it used to be Derek Ross, but now apparently it's Derek Roseful, so remember that in the season. Elephant Mario, we've got Jake Miller and Jake Paul, so we've got 2 Jakes as well. Kazuya, Cooper General, MacArthur, Movie Bowser, Muscle Man, Panther, Ripper, and Risky Boots. So without further ado, that is the cast for Brains vs. Brawn. I'll quickly go back to the Q&A now, so you know that. So the next time I think there's newbie slots open is... I'm not sure. Like, I've got a full cast of 51, but if there's Robloxians, I'm happy to, like, switch and change things out. If I do 51, until 51, there's not really much, because 48, 49, full cast is already locked in, and then season 50's returnees. So, not much chances, but if TDN does go past 50, there's definitely a chance for you. Thank you so much for your questions. I really appreciate it. Next up, we've got a few from Survivor Sands. That first question is, do you like helping with your TDN cast? Do I like him helping? I think, I think 49 is going to be a great season. I think we both very well attributed to that season. And no, I think it's going to be fun. And I always enjoy having input with like making casts, whether it's like recommendations, you know what I mean? Like whatever it might be, I always enjoy people chipping in and helping in whatever way. So yeah, I would say, yeah, absolutely. Question 2. Will the Amazing Race return? Just like Plush, yes, Amazing Worlds will return. I keep on saying when I move house, as soon as I move house, I will binge film it. But until then, episodes will just drop very, very slowly. But yeah, it will finish, is my point. I don't know if I'm going to do another season of Amazing Race afterwards, though. Question 3, you pick Wario. That sounds more like a statement. But yeah, I'll pick Wario. I mean, if Donkey Kong's out of the... I'll pick Donkey Kong over Wario, but I'll pick Wario. Question 4, what happened to the Danganronpa videos? To be completely honest, I sort of just haven't done heaps of gameplays for my Switch because it's sort of annoying to set up, you know what I mean? And plus, I feel like people just rather watch TDN anyway, so when I have free time, I'd rather just film TDN than a gameplay video. That's sort of what happened to them. But if people want to see the return of Danganronpa, we'll see the return of Danganronpa. Question 5, would you have changed Season 35, winner me or Steven? And did you debate over who should win? I'm curious. What were your thoughts on that? I did seriously debate over who deserved to win between you and Steven. And I'm not going to lie. When I was filming the finale, I did not know who was going to win. The votes were 4-4, obviously in the finale, because it was a jury vote. I still did not know who was going to win. I did not know who was going to win until the final vote, who I think was Bayonetta. I was sitting there with Bayonetta in my hand, and I was thinking, who deserves to win? And I just said, Survivor Sans. So it was literally... I did not make a decision until, like, the final moment. So, take that as your will. Both of you very much deserve that win. Yeah, that's all that question. So thank you, Survivor Sans, for your questions. Next up, we've got a few from... I'm not going to be able to pronounce that. Henry Qless, okay, yeah, I probably pronounced that. Absolutely butchered that. Question 1. When are you going to end your acting course? Not for a very long time. It's a 30-month course. So it's not like projected to end until the end of 2020. Not the end, middle 2026. Because it started obviously early this year, and then 30 months is 2.5 years. So not until like the middle of 2026. We'll have the second Mario movie by then. Question 2, which runner-up and winner you like? I'm assuming he means that was my favourite winner and runner-up. My favourite winner is obviously Neku. My favourite runner-up is probably Little Mac. He came runner-up in Season 5 and Season 26. Little Mac for sure. I really like Little Mac. Third question, what is your favourite character from Todd Nintendo pulled for the punishing? Good question. I would say, out of everyone in pulled for the punishing, there's a lot of people I really like in that season. Pulled for the punishing. I like Tagami a lot. I really like Tagami. I like the way you played the game. I feel like I would play the game similarly. Is that even a word, similarly? I don't know. I feel like I'd play the game similar. I like Swiper. I like Akane. Dark Bowser's great. Buzz Lightyear's great. A lot of really great people in the season. But if I had to pick a favorite, I would just say Tagami. I really like Tagami. Question 4, do I watch Total Drama Paper Cartoon? Yes, I do. I don't watch every single episode, but I watch most of the episodes. And I've been enjoying this season as well. I was rooting for Swiper, but my man got taken out. Oh, man. But yeah, no, I definitely watch Total Drama Paper Cartoon. Question 5, out of all the eliminated contestants from Spotlight Fight, who do you think deserved the elimination? I would say Glass Joe deserved it the most because he sort of had it coming. If you watch back the episode, I mean, he was after David, and David played the idol to save himself and all of that. So I would say Glass Joe. If not Glass Joe, then probably Karen. Yeah, I would say one of those two. Actually, no. The episode that releases today, Nikocado gets eliminated. I would say Nikocado also deserved his elimination. So yeah, one of those three. Thank you so much for your questions. I do appreciate it. Next few questions come to us from ETG715. That first question is, will there be any more anime characters on Total Drama Nintendo? Yes, there will definitely be. We've got an anime next season, Anakoji. We've got one in 49, who's Akko, or Akko, I don't know how you pronounce that. And then there might be some more after that. Maybe in season 50, there might be one or two animes. Who knows? Second question, who is your favorite team in any season of The Amazing Race? Not going to lie, I don't watch The Amazing Race. I mean, not the US one. You probably asked me about that. I don't watch The Amazing Race US. From the Australian one, I don't remember heaps, but I did like George and Pam. George from Australian Survivor was on Amazing Race with his sister Pam. I would say they're my favourite because it's George. Who doesn't love George? Question 3. Will there be any VTubers joining a season of Total Drama Nintendo in the future? I don't have any plans for a VTuber to join, but it's not impossible. It's not impossible. Anyone can join TDN, but in terms of plans, I don't have any plans for them. And last question, I don't know this would come to pass, but will ETG return to Total Drama Nintendo to improve a shocking elimination? And, like, who knows? If I do, like, a Spotlight Fight 2, could happen. I don't know. Like, again, it really comes down to what's happening after 50. But there's always a chance. You know what I mean? Always a chance for anyone to return. So thank you, ETG, for your questions. I do appreciate those. Next, we have some questions from Miles Power 5932. That first question is, who is the worst player in TDN history? Okay, this is a good question because it's not my least favorite. It's the worst player. The worst player in TDN history would have to be maybe Honey Queen. All she did was talk and annoy people. So she's definitely one of the worst to ever play. She's iconic, but she's one of the worst to ever play. Any other people who just did so bad in TDN? I mean, there's got to be some people. I mean, Conductor in his first season was terrible, but he redeemed himself in 47. There's probably a few people. I can't particularly think of them right now, but there are definitely some people who just did terrible in TDN. Question 2. What other characters from TDN past deserve another shot in TDN? There are heaps of characters that deserve a shot in TDN, or another shot in TDN. I don't know if you're talking about people who, like, for a second chance, or just like people who haven't returned for a while. But no, there are a number of people who I think should return. Like a few of the other Robloxians from Roblox Warfare, some more newbies from that season should definitely return for a second time around. Yeah, no, there's lots of. I'd like to see like Tobias, who was the first Spirit of Phoenix Rising return. I feel like he's got an opportunity to do better now. Yeah, no, there's like lots of people who I think could definitely return. So Tobias, some people from Roblox Warfare. Yeah, I would say those sort of people. So thank you for your question, Miles. Next, we've got two questions from TD Cheese Wage or Wage. Okay, I think it's Wage. Cheese Wage. All right, whatever. If I pronounce that wrong, I apologize. Question one: Can I please be in a TDN season? Like I said before, there's not really an opportunity until 51. So if I go past 50, you'll most likely get in. If you obviously stick around and you recommend yourself in the future, yeah, you will probably get in as for sure. And can I be in season 53? That's a very specific number. I don't know what my season 53 is. I don't know if it's a newbie or returning. I believe it's a returning cast. I've got planned for that one. But plan is 51 potentially for you, which is even sooner. So who knows? It could definitely happen. And thanks for your questions, TD Cheese. And now we've got one question left. Have you changed the cast for TDN's Brains versus Brawn? And no, I didn't change it. I just added some people, which you can see right here. So that is the full cast of TDN Brains versus Brawn. So I hope you're excited for that. And with that, that is the end of this Q&A. So thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. This was very messy. I mean, for me, I have to edit heaps. But no, I really hope you enjoyed it. If I didn't answer any questions, even though I answered all of them, but if you have any more questions, ask me below or on my Discord server, and I'll answer them. But yeah, thank you so much. TDN, not TDN, but the Q&A 5 is officially over. Who knows when the 6th one will release? Probably by the end of this year, maybe this time next year. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and have a marvelous day.